Volkswagen Sharan 2-liter TDI engine. We have a problem here. P202A reductant tank heater control circuit open. So it's the heater for the AdBlue tank, and it's quite common. I'm gonna fix it. I haven't done it before yet, but you'll go with me and see how it works. AdBlue tank is located under the bumper, under the left side of the car, because as we know, we top it up from here. So that's the cap for it. So in order to get to AdBlue tank, we're going to remove the bumper. I've jacked up the car already, put it on stands, put it safely on suspension bushings. I have 2 jacks, 2 stands. I've removed the wheels because I need to do brake pads as well, but it's easier to get to here. I have a video about bumper already, so this is how you remove the bumper. Volkswagen Sharan 2nd generation 7N model, twin brother to Seat Alhambra. This is a quick video to show you how to remove and put back rear bumper. I've got parking sensors in this car, so I'll show you how to do it. First, we're going to open the boot, and we need to remove these lights because there are some bolts coming from the top into the bumper under these lights. Remove lights on either side. You'll need 11mm socket on extension. So on this side, you push this power socket down, open little compartment, and you'll have this 11mm plastic bolt. So you put your socket on, and then you loosen this socket. Once it's loose, you can pull the light out. Then you have this connector here, so you push it red bit out, press the black lever here and take the light out, and it reveals 2 bolts here. On the other side, you open this door compartment, and there's like a plug that gives you access to another bolt on the other side. So you put your socket on, and same way and do it. Once it loose, do the same. And push on a black bit. Here we go. Then we take T30 torque screwdriver or bit, and then remove 2 bolts, one here, and 2 on the other side as well. And on the other side, 1. Then we have few screws at the bottom here. Have a look in here. Like here is T25s. They located along here, so let's take them out. These are the ones. So take them all out. So remove bolts along this edge where the plastic, this what belongs to bumper. Then we'll have 2 more bolts on the edge here. So, or screws, whatever you call them. So there is one here, and then we'll have these wheel arch inline inlets. So we have another screw here. So what you need to do is remove screws along the edge everywhere. Simple. Then we have this dirt protection on the inside. It's normally covered in dirt, and we took one bolt from the bottom here, so we'll have 3 more screws here. You can even remove 4 to take it away from the bumper. You have to dig them out of the dirt. They are the same T25s as the ones at the bottom. It's quite common screw for VW, so take them all out. So I have removed screws, 4 screws out of here, so we can now push this protection away. And there is another screw that goes from inside. Have a look from this angle. So once we move this protection away, there is another screw that goes from the bumper into the wing. It goes at this angle. It's quite awkward to get to, but once you get on it, I'm gonna move this protection away. Have a look where this bolt is. This is the one. That's the one. It's a bit awkward to get on it, but once you got screwdriver in, eventually I got it out. I'll do the same for the other side. Bolts to remove this cover, and then 1 bolt from here into the wing. So, with all this protection moved away on the other side, I'm getting this little bolt, the last one, nearly out. There we go. So, only what holds the bumper to the car is a few clips. So what you do, there are few clips inside here, so you pry it out towards yourself like that, and then keep it hanging here, because we still have parking sensors. And on this side, do the same on this side. You pry it out, and then you just slide it from this plastic. There we go. Now you got to remember that we have parking sensors, and parking sensors are connected just here. Oops, try not to scratch it. So to disconnect this connector, safest way, hold with your other hand from the bottom, then push it together onwards, and then pull this black lever up, and then you take it off. So as you can see, when you push it, there is this little plastic bit comes out from this hook. So here we go. This is our bumper cover. So this is our AdBlue tank. It's held on 3 bolts, 1, 2, and another one. Make sure your car is safe before you get under there. Another one just here underneath, similar. Well, believe me, you can't see it, but it's there. 13 mil. Let me. There we go. That's the one. Alright. So before removing tank, we need to disconnect a few connections. There are 2 plugs here that we disconnect. I'm going to show you first. 1, 2. Then come here. We have plug here, and we have the actual AdBlue pipe here. To disconnect it, we need to squeeze this clip together, these 2 white bits together, and then pull it off. One thing you need to remember, you see it's all dirty here because it's like a wheel arch, so some dirt coming in here. When you're removing, straight away prepare something to close it properly, because something clean. I'm gonna put rubber glove on it because even little piece of dirt can mess up the system, so we need to keep it tidy. First we disconnect these two, push it onwards, lift this lever, and then it should come off in a minute. There we go. And then pull it off.
Easy like that.
Yes, meant to be. Right, push it onwards, take it off the hook, and then take it off. Easy peasy. The one same way. Just a sec. It came off, and now we just pull it off. Having trouble to disconnect it. Oh, look at that. Oh. You can always take it out of its housing and then put it back. It's like a little plastic fork that holds it. There we go. So same with this one. You can take it out of its housing first. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. It's electric connection. So you press this and disconnect it. Right, the last bit, what we have to do is to disconnect that. I'm gonna take clean tissue again, and I'm gonna take the rubber glove. So what I'm doing now, I'm pushing these two weight bits in, and then without tools, we're just gonna pull it off. There we go. It's coming off. Oops, I have some leaking AdBlue. What we're going to do now, in order to protect, so there is no dirt comes in, I'm gonna put it on inside the rubber glove properly, so it stays nice and clean. And then I'm gonna put another rubber glove into this connection, or maybe we can, just to make sure that nothing gets in there, I'm gonna tighten it up. So what we have now, AdBlue tank can hold up to 17 liters of AdBlue, so it's heavy. Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use jack, and there's a gearbox adapter. I got it on the internet for my clutch repair, but if you don't have adapter, it can be probably any jack. Maybe use help of your friend or someone. At the moment, this tank is not empty, but it's pretty low because the car is telling me already to top up the AdBlue, so I can hopefully it won't be that heavy, but just for the security, I'm gonna put it on a supported with a jack. Right. And then I think that should be enough of support. Right. Let's undo these bolts and remove the tank. 3 bolts. 1, 2, By the way, I forgot to mention, I've put some paper solid tape on that end of the AdBlue pipe, so no dirt gets inside. Just here. looks like it might go this way. I'm gonna support it anyway. Right. Okay, there is a little catch here. You can't see, but it's let me show you. As you can see, it just holds by the metal here. So we're gonna remove it now. So we can now wiggle it out off here. I'm gonna lower the jack a little bit. There will be come from here. I'm gonna show you something. This is where we top up our AdBlue from. So we're gonna. It's right there. It's all good. If we need to remove this rubber, we're gonna remove it. First, we need to drop it down. There we go. Right. I think we are good to lower it. Did I take it out of there? No, I didn't. There we go. Okay, it's ready to go down. No. Oh. Right, it's held by this rubber bit. I'm gonna push it out of it. There we go. This is the seal for, so you just take it out, rubber out of here. So our AdBlue tank is down. Let's go. Easy. This is what you look like. Let me check if it's heavy. No, it's not really heavy. As I said, my car is asking for top up, so it's not. It can hold up to 17 liters. Looks like we have a AdBlue leak here. So sometimes it can, you know, as it leaks, it crystallizes. Sometimes it can cover really a lot. So you can't really remove it that easy. But it dissolves in water really easy. So what we're gonna do, make sure no AdBlue doesn't get into connections, because if it crystallizes there, you lose connection, you just make your connection don't work. So make sure all these openings for pipes are open or closed as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wash it off with water a little bit. First time I ever just pulled the bumper off, it was properly covered with all this salt. So what we're doing now, we're just gonna clean it a little bit. So what we have here, this is the pump that pumps this AdBlue towards your exhaust gases. Heater element is inside this cap. So what we need to do, we need to disconnect a few cables here, then remove the pump, cut this cable ties, disconnect some more connections, and then unscrew this. We might use special tool as well. Well, I don't think we'll find special tool, but I'll find something to unscrew this because it can sit tight. And then we pull the heater element out and replace it. At the moment, I don't have it. First, I wanted to see if there is any just electrical damage to any cables, to make sure maybe my life is easy and I can just connect connectors that disconnected. But as you can see, there is no obvious damage anywhere. So the heater has a problem. And what we are going to do now is order one on internet or in the dealership and replace it. To be continued. So this is us sometime later, a few days later to be honest. I was looking for parts for a repair kit for that, and it appeared to be that price on internet is the same as dealership pretty much. On internet in Germany, excluding delivery, I found something just under £200, and I bought, including VAT, 217 from dealership. This tank is more full now, so a bit more heavy. So this is what I've got from a dealership. This is the part number. Have a look. 790198970, and last letter can vary. In this case it's B. So let's have a look what's inside. We have new seal, new cap, like this one here, this round bit here, and then we have a heater element itself, like a little filter at the bottom here, right, and that's it. The box is empty. Right, let's replace the heater. Easy peasy. First that we need to do is remove the pump, which is on the top of the heater. We have 3 connectors here, so we're gonna disconnect them. One, there's little thing like that. You pull the way they work normally. You pull the grey bit out in order to later press on it and disconnect the connector. And another one same like this. Pull the grey bit out, press on it and disconnect connector. Now before we're removing anything, what I want to do is to protect. I'm gonna take the rubber glove. I'm gonna cut off fingers. I'm gonna put connectors in because we're gonna have some AdBlue leaking all over, and we don't want to get them into electric connections, because if it stays there it will crystallize and it will mess up the electric connector. So we're gonna put that, and I'm gonna put some solder tape around it. Right, stay tuned. I'm not gonna show you every connector I do. So now I've protected all connectors with the gloves, everything. Just make sure it's covered, nothing gets in there. We have 4mm Allen bolts here. So you take this tool, 4mm Allen bit, and undo these bolts. There are 3 bolts around here, 1, 2, and 3. I'll give you a better view. 1, 2, and 3. Bolts like this. So now I'm gonna take this pump, so take some tissue and pull the pump out. This is what it looks like at the bottom. Just a little thing, but right, I'm gonna put pump somewhere safe so it stays there. Next thing we need to do is to pull this breather pipe off. We just simply pull it off like that. Put it safe on a tissue so we don't make it dirty and we don't lose it. Then we have these 3 cable ties here. I'm gonna cut them off. One. 2 and 3 in a minute. There we go. Right. Okay. Now we need to undo this. It can sit really tight. Tightening torque for that is 80 Newton meters. What I'm gonna do before we do that, I want to disconnect these connectors. The new bit comes with new connections. So we're going to disconnect these connectors. I'm going to cut off one more cable tie here. Disconnect this connector. Because this is something that will come . There's another one. There we go. How does this hold here? I had a bit tricky bit to remove this connector. There's like a little hook. As you can see, little hook like this. You push it away and you take it off this plastic tab. So that's it. This is our heater that we are going to replace. I'm going to remove these old ties. Alright, what we need to do now, we need to undo this cap. In order to do so, we need to use special tool because this cap can sit really tight. I don't have that tool that grabs into it. I have something else and I'm going to try to use that. One more thing before we do, this is going to be replaced, so we don't need to cover this, but this little connector, we don't want any AdBlue to get on that one. So tight it up. There we go. Right, let's undo this cap. Easy peasy. I'll try again with my hands. Nope. Okay, I've got a tool like this. It's a pulley holder. What we are going to do is use this tool in order to undo this cap. Never give up, as they say. There we go. I didn't expect that to be easy, but this is what happened. Oh, look at that! So tight. Any tools you need for this job, including a repair kit itself, have a look in a link below the video. I'm gonna leave all the links where you can get it. So what we're going to do, we're gonna remove this. Top first. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to take plastic pry tool and I'm going to carefully pry it out off here. It sits tight. There is a rubber inside. I've got one trusted tool. It's a Mercedes tool. This is a part number for it if you're looking for it anywhere. If I'm getting stuck somewhere, it always helps me out because it gets a good grip, and then we can just pull it stuff out, you see. I really love this tool. Saved me a lot of times. There we go. Oh. Right. So we have a rubber bit here. We're also going to replace. We are going to renew all these bits, so I'm not that careful. If you're removing for some other reason, try not to bend it too much over, because there is a pipe, there is a connections, electric connections. So this is the situation. This is something that we are trying to get out. We pull the top bit out, and this cup, we need to turn it anti-clockwise and then pull it out. And this is what we are going to do now. We're going to grapple it, hold of it. Something to grab with. There we go. And here it comes. I'm going to drain it. I'm going to catch it and remove it. Hello, AdBlue. By the way, I've just discovered that new repair kit comes with a new plug, with plugs to protect anything here. So you can use that as well, but I've already used all possible rubber gloves. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this new rubber. Good job, we protected our electrical connections. I'm gonna push it over. Put it in, and then we turn it clockwise until it clicks. That's it. So now we put rubber. We can lubricate it with water a little bit, so it's nice. Where is that mark? That arrow, you see? That arrow must point between these two marks. This little arrow between these two marks. So that's how it was there. Yeah, that's it. Now it's happy. Make sure there's no jams. Everything sits nice and happy. Yes. So you fit this rubber bit, rubber seal around here. Make sure it's not twisted anywhere. So nice and happy. Is that right? And now we are going to push this. Where's the arrow? Here's the arrow. I'm gonna push this bit in. This is more like it, is it? What are we doing now? I'm gonna put this new cup. Oh, that's old cup. Go away from me. New is new. Make sure, check, double check, triple check, everything sits nice and perfect. because if you are gonna have leaks, it's gonna damage, corrosion and everything. It's not so much of corrosion, it's pretty much just a residue. This it's gonna stay there, damage your connectors, get inside connectors, break the electrical connections. So we need to make sure there's nothing is leaking. See, that arrow also aligns with here for some reason. That's how it, oh no, it doesn't. I just tighten this. Tightening torques for this, I don't know how can you apply tighten torque wrench on it, because there is no obvious socket. So I'm gonna just make it tight, make sure it sits tight. But it's 80 Newton meters for this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna tighten up as far as it goes. I'm not gonna go crazy because it's only plastic, and I don't advise you to go crazy. I think it doesn't want to go any further. Just a second, I'm gonna make sure it sits tight. That's it. Can't go any further. Right, we have a new breather pipe that comes with a new kit. So you just push this bit on. New kit comes with new seal for breather and new seal for cap. I don't see much point replacing them because we just got the new breather and new cap with the new seal, so I'm not gonna replace it. I'll just put it all in. Now we cannot put some cable ties around here. We have new seals, cable ties. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna push them on onto here till they click. I'm gonna tie them up a bit later. Let's undo. I think we can already remove all this business. To connect it. Right. This one wants to go here. And push this gray bit in. This one wants to go onto here. And then we push it from the bottom onto its holder. And now we can put our cable ties on, nice and pretty. I feel pretty, so pretty. How about where was the other one? It doesn't really matter so much where you put these cable ties, as long as they tied up the situation. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm always right. Not always. My wife is always right, that's what she says. Right. She's not with me at the moment. Second part of this video I'm filming with my friend. Okay. In, tight, tight, tight. Right, now we can put the pump back on. Make sure it goes into that rubber bit. It's breathing. It's alive. Okay. Now we can take new bolts, why not? And we're gonna tie them in sequence so they pull equally, push equally, pump in. Tightening torques for these bolts are 5 Newton meters. So make sure you put them in evenly, one by one, by half a turn, go around so the pump sits in straight. Don't go crazy on them, they're only little. 5 Newton meters is enough. And 5, that's it. Now we can undo all these protection, make sure it's nice and dry. That's 1, that's 2, clean, in, great bit goes in, 1 more. Good bit of those, good point of these connectors, you can't fit them wrong way around, they won't fit. So it's nice and easy, push it till it clicks and then push this grey bit in. Right, we have these connectors that connect to the car here. And we've got this connector that connects to the car there. That's it, we're ready to put this bit in. What we're going to do, I'm going to take this seal, because this is where we fill up AdBlue. I'm going to put it around here. Back here, I'm going to close this cup so it closes. Right, now it's not that heavy, well maybe I'm a strong boy, but it's about 15, I don't know, 17, 20 liters inside. Okay, now we can put this tank back on the jug. Find him plump happy place, and we're gonna push him back in. So we tighten these bolts, 13mm. That seal, can I have a camera? That seal from inside. You see this pipe that goes in? You just put it around that hole, nice and easy. We're gonna reconnect last connectors now. When we have another bolt at the bottom. and this bolt in as well. Now we pull this glove off. Remember to take it off. You squeeze these two together and take it off. To put it on, you just put it, click it back on. Simple as that. Take this solid tape off there. Nice and clean. And then we push it on till it clicks. There we go. And then we take our last connector. Last but not least, as they say, whatever that means. Thing is, we have another connector to put the bumper off. We have parking sensors. Oh no, we have two more connectors there. Right. And this one goes back into its housing here. Like that. Slide it there. And then we have two connectors here. Push it in till it clicks. And another one. Till it clicks. And that one click. Nice and happy. So we put our bumper back on. Nice and happy. Before we do that, of course, we don't have the parking sensors connected. Make it back on so it clicks. There we go, happy, happy. Put it back in. This one goes in. I'm gonna clean it up later. Happy, happy. Now put your T25s. Don't forget one. Come here. One from here into here on each side. These are really pain to get to, so I recommend to remove wheels in order to get them to them. So there is a bolt that goes from in. This is how I do it. Make sure it's all happy, happy. Then we put all this door protection back in. Secure it with bolts. And underneath everywhere here, as we showed before. Then we put these bolts in. And on the other side. Then we put this light back in, connector in till it clicks, and then red bit goes inside. Put it in. And then this white plastic bolt that pulls your light in, tighten it up, like that. Our AdBlue plug, all plugs, all doors back in, put your wheels back on, off you go. AdBlue heater, problem solved. More stuff about this car, some other cars, see my website wheelsandmotors.com, and all links below, all tools, parts, link to my website where you can find lots of stuff about this cars and some other cars. Hopefully there will be more about other cars. Thank you for watching.